Right, hello everybody. Just thought I'd do a little video today on, I'm doing some more window things, so I thought you might like to join me. I've just released a couple of things on the Facebook group, like the clear outline little cards that you cut out, okay, and they actually fit the freebie, because I've done this bit here is 1.5 inches, I think. I've done it so that you could punch them out, you see, so I'll show you how to do them in a minute. All right, but they actually fit the ones I've actually got as a freebie as well, so that's cool. That's why I've done them. So I thought for people that haven't got cutting machines, they might still want to use them. So if you've got scrapbooking paper, you can run that through the printer and it'll just print the outline and then you cut out. Okay, and if you want to use, say, a sheet that you've printed out, this is only on paper, but do it on about 160 is fine, and then print it. Find out which side your printer prints on, yeah, and then run it through again, and it will print the outline onto this paper. And make sure that it's, I think I have done these, can't remember, landscape one, the big ones are landscape because I couldn't fit them in, so but anyway, so it's best to find a pattern that doesn't matter which way round it is, yeah, so it's not upside down, or if you find out how to do it, then that's fine. So yeah, then you cut them out. I printed on one of the bee backing sheets, which, you know, I think that's upside down actually, but it doesn't really matter, you know. This one worked out all right, so that's that one. Then there was another sheet with two of the double ones on, yeah. Sorry, I cut them out, and I forgot to send them, didn't I, this morning? I thought, oh no, I'm not going back home again. I know it's not very far away, so you just cut them out. Don't need to show that. Right, like that. And I've done it so you can get the punch in, but I'm doing it with the one that I've got. Not all punches are going to be the same, and I can't accommodate everybody, I'm afraid, on how, you know, on the width of things. That is 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. But I've done it so these will fit in, all right? And I just hold it on there and then line up the circle and then punch through. You don't, that's why you don't want too thick a card, yeah, so that they go through. So the Stampin' Up ones are very similar to this. I think they're the same. It's, I measured it so that I could do it, or else sometimes you can't go in like far enough. Do you know what I mean? Like that's wrong, see? So, but I've done it so that you could work on those. Hopefully there's punches out there that will work as well. And then you've got that, and you get your acetate. Oh, I've got one here. And that's the circles from the printable sheet. So I'm just thinking I'll do it that way. So this one's the one I printed on the inkjet, so I can feel the edge there. Ooh. I like to ink around actually inside. I can do the outside after, but just a little bit in there. I just think it looks finished, but you don't have to do that. It's, it's just my preference. And you could really knock some of these out. Yeah, because I've done the one for the cutting machines as well, and I've done one that you can use yourself and print it onto your own papers. Just place that in there. Like that. And just make sure it's straight. I just love making them. I'm addicted to making them at the moment. And then we can close that. I mean, what you got to remember, when I done these, they weren't designed for this, but I've designed it around it, and it's worked out okay, if you know what I mean. I mean, they're quite dinky, but I will give you the measurements in a minute. See, I didn't cut that very well, did I? they were cut with my kitchen scissors last night. Oh, I got to check before I put it on the Facebook. It might not work with the punch. I took the punch up, but I didn't take no scissors up. Hole in the top, there is a mark there to put one. I should make a bigger one now, but just helps you centralize everything. Then I put that back, and then we'll do a double one up, I think. Definitely going to sort some more dangles out. Okay, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Easy as that. So that's those ones. Should we do a double one? Or I really want to do this one up because that's really nice. I'm going to find another bee. That's really nice. That's going to look lovely. I know it's just from the sunflower kit, this one, but the tones were very similar, and I thought, well, sunflowers and bees look nice. This is just a piece that must have come out of one of these. I think that was actually from there, look. Yeah, it was. And I thought, oh, that's quite nice. I've got another one there. I'll just back onto a piece of card, and I've got two. So I like those. I shall do that. Right, yeah, so I'll do that one in a minute, but you don't need to see me do that again. I'll just put that one there. Oh, and oh yeah, I will be, what I've done, don't know whether you can see it, I haven't finished yet. I'm designing these now with it'll be butterflies and flowers. There'll only be a couple of sheets, but I'll put them in my Etsy. Yeah, this one's just peeling off a little bit. My laser wasn't warm enough, so it didn't print on that, but I won't use that one. But there'll be, this is the butterflies, I think, and I made it, yeah, that's it. I made the boxes a little bit bigger, so they definitely fit all of these. So I done it, make sure they were all 1.5 inches, yeah, because I think you go much smaller than this. It's yeah, they all fit perfectly. Yeah, so I needed to print this one because just to check that everything was okay to go ahead with the flower one that I'm going to do, isn't it? And now I've got something, you know, that you all can cut out, if you know what I mean. This I include, if you're not on Facebook, I will actually include the file that you can use to cut that out, I think, in with that, and then you can because you know what I mean, there's people that aren't on Facebook, so try and make it available. Right, is that one? And then this is the double one, so I've got double. Oh, I include that one as well. Okay, so sorry for the people that's already got this. I'll just add it. I add it as a bonus anyway to people that buy it, so if you've already got it, it doesn't matter. It just feels wrong, doesn't it? You know, because you're not getting a bonus. Never mind. Right, what should we put in these? Should we put two butterflies in that one? Because I've got loads of bees I don't need anymore. That one might be nice. I'm going to do that one and that one, I think. Don't forget, if you've the first time seeing this video, if you just joined me, then you need special printable transparency. Okay, for inkjets, laser, you just buy the transparencies. So that's what I use. Don't use acetate as such. Well, that's what it is, but you call it transparencies. Okay. Yeah, and it's got special coating on. I did put a little video on because I actually forgot to say that in my first video. I got so carried away with everything and I forgot to tell them that with the inkjet you need a coated version of the same thing, but you can put it through your printer. So which side is better? I actually prefer the other side, so I'm going that way. Yeah, so it'll be like that instead of like that. Lag glue, you know, on that bit there. I sort of get a bit out and then scratch it over just so that, you know, else you get it onto the acetate when you squash it down. And that's the two that are on, like I say, on the Facebook group, and I'll add them in with the files when I release those. So got another one there, but I think they look lovely. Right, I'm going to go ahead and do a few more. Oh, did I use? No, I haven't got any more tall ones. I don't know why. Oh yeah, there's the other one there. And this works out exactly the same. Okay, I thought I'd done. There's 2 to a page on this one, and cut inside the black line if I can. So I'd rather my ink. I don't like the black line showing. And then fold them over. You can put score line there. Turn that for you to make it easy, or easier, I should say. Yeah, we're not straight because I haven't cut that straight. Look. That's all right. Like I say, kitchen scissors. That was the rest of it. You just see me last night, or yesterday, I should say. I haven't got no scissors here. Why is everything in my studio? Let's go. Yeah, I used to, once upon a time, it used to be all in my sitting room. Gosh. And then get your punch. And again, I worked it out to make sure this was capable of doing it. And take that off. Okay. That's another good one there. make some things out of those. And ink up and do what I showed you with the other one. Okay, I shall do all those. And this one you can, you know, put something down here, can't you? A little ticket or something. Go ahead and do a few more of those and then I'll come back to you. Okay, I'm going to make a few dangle charms now. I've chosen a few bits where these stamps come in handy. These ones are, I got these all off Amazon. Don't know what size those are. Has to go up here. Sorry. It's there 1, 2, 3, 4, 7/8 of an inch, whereas I use the 3/4 punch. Okay, and that fits in there. Oops, nicely. Okay, like that. Let's get a little tiny bit of a gap, but that's okay. That's not a lot. And so these stamps come in handy for that because I've printed 2 sets of these. I know it seems like a waste, but if I get one of the main one, then these little ones I do like they are. I use, what do I use? Sorry, 1/2 inch punch for that. Okay, again, there's a tiny bit of a gap, but not too much. They are over 1/2 inch, but that's fine. So I do that, and then these little bits here, I can usually get something out of those too, like that. Might not be bee related, but that comes in handy for other things. And I should be able to get one here as well. I can just. And I just fill all those up. I've got to ink around them all, so I won't do that. Quite like that one in the middle. The bee. It's quite nice, actually. I might have another one. There we go. And there's some here, but that might fit on there. Just need a bit more space. Because they're shrunk down, they're nice and small for this. You know, the actual images. Okay, so I'm going to ink them all up. Okay, and then I'll show you how to do one, and then I'll go ahead and do all the others off camera. And the same with the embossing. No point in seeing them all. All right, which one shall we choose? Let's choose a bigger one. Ooh, sorry if that's in the sun. Okay. That'll be a big glare. Let me move them out of the way. Don't worry about the glue being at sides or anything like that, because I'm going to put embossing powder over the top anyway. And I go ahead and do all the rest. Okay, so I've done all those. All right, and then I'll show you how to do one. Right, I'm going to use this, but it's dried up. But what I'm going to do is stick it in here, especially for the little ones. Yeah, so I can just direct that a bit. Usually I'll just do that and then do that. For these little ones. Don't know why. I've got two. Another one somewhere of those. Alright, so I'm only showing you how to do two, and then I'll go ahead and do all the others because it's all exactly the same thing. I've got vintage beeswax by ACETATE, but I've also mixed it with, I'll put them in there, the triple thick enameling embossing powder. Okay, so I didn't want it too vintage because it's actually, they're quite vintage anyway, because I've used stain, used vintage photo, so I didn't want for them to become too dark because I'll be doing a couple of layers. So that's why I've got this one, it's slightly mixed. Okay, as you can just sort of see it in there, it's clear, so that'll tone down that a little bit. I'm always doing things like that, mixing. Okay, and what I do is, so that I don't blow that all around, I do that. I've got my little heat mat. I just cut bits off the big mat. Got it folded up, haven't I? I'm going to just see which side you're going to see, actually. It's really hard to show you how, because my hand, I've noticed my hand gets in the way. And I've learnt to do it right-handed now. So I'm not sure whether you can see it, what I'll do. Okay. I think you'll see that, won't you? Let's have a look. Yeah. Right, and then put some more in. Okay, I'll try and get off a bit of that. I don't mind too much. Right, let's see. I haven't really got hold of it. Okay. Right, I am going to have to sit down because I can't see the finish of it. Right, let's see if I can get this over here. Okay. And if there's any that goes along there, I just file it off. But that's great. Okay. There we go. Right, I'll go ahead and do all those and then come back to you when they're done. Okay, here we are. I love this one. It's my favourite, actually. Just out of a bit of paper. It needs to come out quite nice too. Yeah, I've got a bit of sun coming in still, but there's that one. That's it. I'm going to show them all individually. I'll put them in my hand. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's the dangles I'm going to use for those, and I'm going to do some more buttons. What I do with those, I'm going to do those with glossy accents. I cut them out of collage sheets like this. Okay, and they're not buttons actually, they're the, for the policy envelopes. So I do it out of collage sheets and then stick them back to back I don't do the back. And then what I do overnight, I put some glossy accents on and leave them to dry overnight so I don't dip my fingers in. So I'm going to do a load of those. And then I've got these. I'm getting together a good little collection of bits and pieces for the bee journal now. So I'm nearly there to start the journal. Right, I've designed another template, which I'll put on the Facebook group as well. Okay, this one here, it will be available as, you know, like a template plate in black. So you can import it to your electronic cutting machines. And also in white with just the outline. Okay, so you can print it on any of your own papers and your scrapbook papers, that sort of thing. And then cut it out, because I did check that the center of here is actually the same size and we can fit that in there. But like I said, I use this punch. Whether it'll fit all the punches out there, I don't know. Okay, but so I can only do what I've got, because that's all I've got to go by. But it will, once you've cut them out, it will, you know, you'll be able to do that. Okay, so that's that one. And I've also got this shape of die. Yeah, that's, I think it's the Sizzix one. Okay, I'll try and find it in a minute. So I've got a whole set, all different sizes. And then I found a big circle to go in the middle. And I thought, well, that could be a nice specimen card as well. I think I'm going to use, I'll put one of them together in a minute and show you that. And I thought we'd use a tea bag with in between some acetate that I stamped. Yeah, so 2 pieces of very thin, this is very thin acetate, or transparencies, this one, all right, because they're really thin. And then I thought that's just a tad smaller than that, but that could be floating inside there. And then I've got cut out a back as well, so do that one up as well. Right, there was something else I was going to do. Oh yeah, I was going to I'm just setting my machine to cut some of these up, okay, rather than it's fiddly doing it with the punches, even though it's not fiddly, but it's time consuming because you do one at a time. Where my cutting machine, I'll go ahead and do a load. So I'm just doing that and then I will be back. Okay, I found my die for this. Okay, so it's on there. Yeah, so I cut that shape out and then I centralized the circle and cut that out. So, you know, and then a thinner paper or thinner card to stick on the back, I cut another one out. Okay, so, and then the acetate in between. So that was that. So yeah, if you can hear my machine in the background, sorry about that, it's cutting out what I need. Okay, get on with this one. And the machine's finished cutting now. I think I've got enough circles to last me quite a while. Right, so like, yeah. Okay, I'm going to stick this on first. I think it's a little bit too big, actually. I think, if I remember rightly. Usually cut it too small then. Okay, let's just cut the corners off. Solve that problem. Okay. Easiest way out of that. This is just, I cut it out from one of my collage sheets, so. And you'll find, I've got another one somewhere. Where is it gone? I can't see it. That's the trouble I find with acetate. Oh. I've got that little bit. That's why I put a little pin on them sometimes, but what's that one? Oh, I'll find the other one in a minute. That's my glue's going to dry, so okay. Don't need to actually put any glue on that. It holds there. Right, there we are. Gosh. And these are definitely big enough to sew round, so I will. There we go. Okay, stitched all the way around the outside and around there. Okay, I enjoy doing that. It's quite good for my sewing skills, so definitely improving since I've been doing that. Right, I did have some nice bright orange washi tape. Did I put it in there? Yep. Have that. Or I think I'm going to go with that. There we go. Oh, got some of that, look. Got to use some of that, haven't we? So, not on this, but we will use it. Okay. And a tea bag one. There we go. Love it. So I shall do the other one. So that's quite what I've showed you today. Yeah, a few bits and pieces. So I hope you enjoyed the little video that I'm going to put out there. Oh, that's nice. That's going to have to use that. That's one of Tim Holtz's bit of paper. So that's great. That actually goes with that. Yeah. Okay. Right. Thank you very much for watching then, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.